This is the last video of the playlist, and the last video I'm going to do on the righteous Gentiles. I'm in the middle of conversion, and I need to focus on that and going forward. But I just want to give you kind of a short list of people you can look up, or a list of people you can throw at your rabbi or at your pastor or at your teacher, whatever, and then test them and see what they actually know. Um, and here's just from the top, you have to learn about the Kenites or the Canaanites. These three right here are the elite of the Gentiles, the elite of the Noahides. And in fact, these nations here will be part of greater Israel when the Messiah comes. Now, learn about that. Um, why weren't why didn't the Israelites wipe these three nations out? They are part of the covenant made with Abraham, and they produced some of the greatest righteous Gentiles and Gerim converts of all throughout the entire text. Look them up for yourself. Ask around. See what the people in charge really know. And of course, the most famous of the Canaanites or Kenites is Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses, who is really his brother. We see here Canaanites. Kenites is actually Canaanites because they come from Cain, which makes their 180-degree turn even greater. He's actually his brother in the way that Moses is a reincarnation of Abel, and Jethro, being Cainite, is a reincarnation of Cain. So again, here's something more to look up. Like, where did Moses flee to once he left Egypt? He went to Jethro's place. Jethro is the most underrated person in the Torah, period. That's it. In fact, in his Torah portion, the one named after him, that's where we get the Ten Commandments. That's where we get the actual Torah. And Jethro, or Yitro in Hebrew, has the same gematria as HaTorah. They're inseparable. He is the most underrated character in the entire text, and that's it. So learn as much as you can about him. We're talking elites here. And Noah, of course, but also Eleazar, Abraham's servant, who has come up many times in this playlist. He's one of the most interesting and smartest guys around. And you may not know this, but some say he even went on to become Og, king of Bashan. That's right, Og, the giant. So there's more you can dig into. Then you have the clearest Noahide, Naaman, the commander of the army of king of Aram, who was covered with Saras, and then he goes into the Jordan River 7 times for the 7 laws of Noah, just like Bitya did. She bathed in the Nile to wash herself of the idolatry of her father's house. And here we have Naaman, who does the same and becomes a Noahide, becomes a righteous Gentile. Then you have Ittai, the Gittite. Here's another one you can look into. And it will keep all these things will keep you very busy. And as long as you're studying Torah and you're studying the Bible, you're not doing stupid things. You're not wasting time. Here's one that drives me crazy that everybody misses. Hira, from Genesis 38, who is the friend of Judah. He goes on to be, or his family goes on to produce, Hiram, the king of Tyre, who we've discussed in as well. Aravna, here's one who he is the owner of the threshing floor. Aravna the Jebusite. You can also look up the daughter of Pharaoh. It's interesting to me that Hagar is a daughter of Pharaoh. But then we have the daughter of Pharaoh, who is Bitya, who came to bathe in the Nile, and who raised Moses. A righteous Gentile did a conversion to monotheism and raised Moses, who was floating in a teva, which is the exact same word used for Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark was called a teva. Again, you have Hagar. Hagar is a very interesting character. Her name is actually like Hagar, so she's a type of convert. Although, of course, this was way before Sinai. Of course, Job. Job. There's a whole book on Job, and there's nothing particularly Jewish about the book of Job. It's one of the greatest books in the entire Bible. One of the highest level ones, too. It's absolutely genius, and no one really knows where it came from and when it's set. Some say even Moses wrote it. Speaking of Job, I have an entire playlist called The Book of Job for Gentiles. And it has probably 20 videos specifically for the Gentiles. So it's something to check out. Again, I just want to encourage everybody to study and throw things at your rabbi, your teacher, your pastor. See what they know, discuss it with them, and don't just show up once a week and just sit there and listen to whatever they have. This way, at least you can throw things in as well. And I guarantee, like, almost all of this stuff you're never going to hear. So, and you might teach them something. This has happened to me many times where been in a group with a rabbi and I'll throw something out there specifically on Noahides he's never heard before. So this can happen for you. Anyway, thank you and God bless.